I'd like to share a story with you that I believe that many of you will resonate with. And before I can do that, I have to give you a little bit about my background to ease into the point that I want to bring out. So I was working in Midtown Manhattan as a senior auditor for an international CPA firm. I had two more promotions, manager, then partner. However, in addition to that, I also had 11 accounts built up on the side of my own. I had to be in my firm at 8:30 every morning. I was working weekends. I'd leave in the dark. I'd get home in the dark. And I said, this is not the way I wanted to live. I was not happy with my life. And so I made a decision to become an entrepreneur, take a different direction that would give me flexibility of time and being able to rely on my own financial resources versus the financial resources of someone else. And my mom said, Charles, because that's what she called me, Charles, why? Why would you do that? She says, look at what you've created and the path that you're on. And I says, Mom, I'm not happy with my life. I want to make a change. And so my Uncle Andy came to my home, my mother's brother. I love my Uncle Andy. We just lost him recently. He passed away. And he had this intervention. He said, Charles, your mother's very concerned about what you're doing. And then he began to tell me all the reasons why not to do it. I didn't want to know the why nots. So I don't listen to the why nots. I want to know the how-tos. And I got around the people that knew how to create that lifestyle. And so it's amazing. I see people all too often, they're SNIOPs, susceptible to the negative influence of other people. And so I was buying a building in New York, an office building, and at the closing, it was very interesting. I was in negotiation with the owner of the building and got the owner to hold the mortgage at 2 points below the mortgage rate of commercial property. Now, that building's been long paid off now, and I still own that building. It's a very beautiful building. However, at the closing, I remember that the agent, as we were negotiating, and we weren't quite there yet, the agent picked up this piece of paper like this, and he tore off a corner like this, a little piece, and he held up this piece of paper. He said, don't sacrifice this for that. And that's about the best way I could explain the decision I made to chase a business opportunity and be an entrepreneur so I could control my time and my income. Hope that made sense. And don't get SNIOP.